Hi everybody, it's Laura or lauraxstitches and welcome back to my channel. I am doing my 2018 Plans and Year of Whips video today. If there's any cuts to this video, it's just that my dog is being really frustrating and wanting to go out, then going out, then coming straight back inside again. So I'm going to ignore her as much as I can, but if she's being really loud, I'll cut it out. I'm looking a bit different than yesterday. Yesterday I uploaded and recorded and uploaded my update video for December. I've got makeup on. Doesn't really happen very much. We're going out for lunch today after leaving about an hour and a half as a family for our Christmas celebration, and also to kind of remember Pa. It was his 80th, it would have been his 80th birthday today. You guys know that he passed away halfway through this year, so we're kind of getting together as a family to like commemorate all of that. So I thought that while I'm looking slightly decent, I will do my Year of Whips video and plans in general. I planned this last night at about 11 o'clock because yeah, that's how I work apparently. I'm going to talk about this in 3 parts. I'm going to start with the new starts I'm planning on doing and talking about those and when that's going to happen and why. Then I'm going to talk about Year of Whips and go through and show you the whips that I've chosen for that. Then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the structure of how I'm going to be doing it next year and any other information that I think you need to know. So, in terms of new starts, the first one I'm going to make is my New Year New Start. The 5 starts I'm doing next year are all Hayes. So, there you go. This is Rapunzel. The artwork is by Anya Kai, obviously charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I was racked this actually by Lexa. She runs the Heaven and Earth Designs Instagram. I think she's an admin on their Facebook page now. We've been following each other on Instagram for quite a while, and I posted this and she loved it, so she racked it to me, which is very sweet. She also sent me some threads for it. I also purchased the rest of them this week from JK's Cross Stitch Designs. If you don't know that, it's an Australian Facebook group for cross stitch supplies. I always say JK's Cross Stitch Designs. No, it's supplies. And she has the cheapest DMC that you can get in Australia. It's less than $1, which isn't really found anywhere else. So for big projects like that, I will buy my DMC off her. But for smaller things, like yesterday I picked up, I think, 9 skeins that I'd run out of or needed, and I just went to Spotlight. What was I going to say about this? I'm doing this on a 25 count easy count, 1/1. There's something else I was going to say about it. No, I've forgotten. It might come to me. I don't know. But I'm going to start that probably on the 2nd. I have a feeling that on the 1st I'm going to be a bit seedy. So on the 2nd they're play fighting, don't worry. On the 2nd I'll start this, and I'll be doing it periodically throughout that week. The first week of January. A couple of sales are starting then too, so I'm wanting to kind of do them at the same time. I'm also going to Melbourne on the 3rd, so I won't be able to take a Haid with me. But yeah, that's where it's going to go. So there you go. That's the first start. Rapunzel. She's gorgeous. I've had her for a while and I cannot wait to start her. She is a full size. It's 400 stitches wide by 522. It's going to end up being 16 inches wide, almost 21 inches height. So not exactly small. Okay. I'm going to try and stay organised at the same time. The rest of the starts, the 4 starts that I'm making, are going to be during Mania. So they are all Haids, but what I'm doing to make sure I can keep up with Year of Whips as well is just having starts on the weekends in May. So there's 4 weekends in May that I can make starts in. Some of these pictures are quite small, but I'll do my best to kind of zoom in and show you them. Girls. Sorry, they're going to just keep going. It wastes their energy, it's fine. Yes, I'm talking about you. The first one was chosen by Matt, and he really loves snow. He's a snowboarder and he loves wolves. So this was kind of perfect. It is a mini. It's called Mini Snow Landscape Wolves, and the artwork is by Jan Patrick Cranzy. So there's going to be a lot of white in there, but that's okay. I'm really sorry about the dogs. Yep, so I've got a piece of Easy Count in here ready to go. When it gets to it, I will buy the floss. And I just remember what I was meant to talk about. With my Hades, I'm going to get the floss for each one instead of using my master set. I just think it'll be easier. I'll get a floss box for each one, bobbinate each one, and then I can just have it with the project envelope instead of trying to pick it out of my master set. Just think it might be a bit easier. So the first weekend in May, I will start this one and give it 2 solid days. The second weekend in May is a design by Meredith Dillman. It's called Raven's Treasure. And she looks like this. She is gorgeous and she's very different to what I normally go for. But when I saw her, I died. Now, this is not going to be fun, but it looks amazing, so I'm going to just have to get over it. When I get to her hair, I'm going to die because it's like the main part of the colour. So that's for the second weekend. The third weekend is going to be a Randall Spangler design. This, yes, it was this one. This was rocked to me by Heather from Instagram, and she and I have talked for a while. I rocked her something, she rocked me something. It was kind of cool. And this is, like I said, Randall Spangler. It's Mini Some Enchanted Evening. So it's one of the Castle ones. Love it. Lots of colours. How many colours have we got in this one? 87. And it is a mini, so yeah. I'm really excited to actually do the sky with all those deep blues. But I'll be starting off, of course, with probably black, because that's the way it works. So that's the third one for Mania. If you're worried about the dogs and they're growling, I promise you they're playing. They're sisters, it's what they do. And the last one for Mania is another Meredith Dillman Hade. This is also a full size, and it's called The Edge of Enchantment. I'll just put it on this, it's easier. Beautiful. The colours in this got me. Really did. This doesn't say how many colours are in it, but it's gorgeous. Very excited for that. And I'm going to be starting up here with the orange, which is my fave colour. So I'm very excited for that one. So those are the 5 starts for Mania that I'm planning for next year. Of course, things may come up where I want to do a present for someone, or something is released that I'm really excited about. Of course, I'm going to allow myself to start those. They just won't be part of my Year of Whips, so they won't get much attention. Those are also not part of Year of Whips. I'll talk about the full coverage piece I'm doing for that in a moment. Next year, as in 2019, they might be. But I really want to focus on my big full coverage at the moment, and then choose one of those to focus on from there on. Or in 2019, I might kind of look at the full coverage fanatic group sales that they do and kind of structure around there. Because if I've got these 5 plus my mini Clockwork Dragonling, I'm sure that I can add something to their sales. So we'll see how we go. Let's talk Year of Whips. Year of Whips, I've got 16 whips. This includes a full coverage piece, and in Year of Whips for this year, a full coverage page equals 1 whip. So I actually have 11, is it 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, I've got 11 actual pieces, and in the full coverage piece, I've allocated 6 pages for Year of Whips. So the aim is to get a page done every 2 months, but even if I get 1 page done, it'll still be a lot of progress, so it's pretty exciting. let's talk through them all. If you don't know much about Year of Whips, it's run by the Soulful Stitches Facebook group. Those dogs are really ruining this vibe of the video. It's run by the Soulful Stitches group, and a lot of people adapt it to their own style, so they don't necessarily do the official Year of Whips. I am planning on doing that. To do that, you kind of go onto the page, join the page, read the rules. You have to upload an album of photos of your whips, which I will do in January. To be entered into the drawing, as there's a drawing at the end for everyone who participated, you have to update on certain days, and you need to have completed half of your whips, at least half. So that means I need to complete 8, including those full coverage pages. So if I complete 6 full coverage pages, I only need to complete 2 whips, if that makes sense. But I don't know how that's going to work. So let's talk about these whips. Some I think it's only 2 I don't have with me, and I'll kind of explain why that is. The first one is by Armada Designs, and it's the class schedule cell. I'm doing this on a picture this plus Ada and 16 count. I think it's called Dusk. Let me just check that. Dusk, yep. And this was the called for fabric that she recommended. That's where I'm at so far. This is a Hogwarts themed piece, so it'll be all Harry Potter stuff, and I'm assuming it will have all the different classes that you can do at Hogwarts in there, 1 piece a month in these borders. I obviously need to finish the borders. I've got up till April, but I don't want to be doing border at the same time as the other pieces, so I'm going to have to try and find some time to finish those off. This is being released at the 1st of each month, so on January 1st I probably won't do any, again because I'll probably be a bit seedy. I'm probably going to start this on the 3rd when I head to Melbourne. I'm going there to meet up with someone and stitch, so I'm assuming that's when I'll start this. It's good. I recommend it to any Harry Potter fan because how exciting. When this is finished, my plans for it is to frame it and have it in my classroom because I thought that would be cool. This is one piece that should be finished by the end of the year. Now the Year of Whips officially finishes on the 18th of December, so you kind of need to have everything done until then. I have to have everything done by then, sorry. So the aim is to get the December block of that finished as soon as I can, so it's definitely finished. Here's hoping I can do that because I really want to stick. I'm excited to have a cell that I'm sticking with throughout the whole time. The next cell I don't have with me, it's the Legendary Creatures cell by Clouds Factory. This is my second piece for Year of Whips. It is in the mail. I should be getting it some point this week, or probably next week, because of the public holidays and stuff that are going on with New Year's and stuff. I'm doing that on the called for fabric. I think it's a picture this plus Ada again. I think it's in Nocturne. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I have no idea what it's going to be like. There have been hints on Clouds Factory. It is an alphabet, so that'll be interesting. It'll be a little bit different than having a spot for each month. I think that'll be nice to break it up a bit from the class schedule cell as well. So that's my second one. The third one, again, I have with me. It's just over there, but I didn't want to bring my massive frame over here, and that's Epic Pokemon. I'll pop a picture in if I remember. This is my full coverage focus piece. So I'm currently in the middle, more like at the start, of page 7. So the aim is to get page 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. I like to get page 12 done. That would mean that I have the first 2 rows fully completed and a partial row done. Again, it's going to depend on what I do. I'll explain kind of how much time I'm giving for that later in the structure part of this video. But yeah, that's my full coverage piece that I'm focusing on. And I'm focusing on that, how long it takes to get it finished, because it needs to be done. The next one I do have with me. So number 4. This is a piece by Stitchrovia. I don't think this has, oh, it does. And it's called Always and Forever. I'll just show you the picture. Always and Forever by Stitchrovia. This is a piece I'm giving to my parents for their anniversary next year. It's their 30th wedding anniversary. So this is quite a focus piece for me during Year of Whips. Again, I'll talk about that in a minute. This is being stitched on a 32 count, I think it's Lugana. Yep. In Sweet Child of Mine by Colour Cascade Fabrics, and that's where I'm up to. I have finished the top half of the border. It just has another half a border to go in the lettering, and then it's done. So this should not take me long. This border was super quick. It looks intricate, kind of like it weaves around, there's those flowers and stuff, but the flowers only have 3 colours in them and the other bits are really easy to stitch. So that I need that done before their anniversary, which is at the end of June. I'm planning to have it done way before that because I'm going to need to get it framed. I'm getting it professionally framed because I don't want my dodgy framing as part of their present. Okay, whip number 5 is one I showed yesterday in my update video as haul, but I have started it. I started it last night. This is a baby sampler by Stitchrovia. It's called Elephant Birth Sampler. It's going to look like that when it's finished. This is a present for Matt's future niece or nephew. His brother's girlfriend is pregnant. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. We're not going to know till the day. So I chose a piece that was kind of gender neutral. And his brother's favourite colour is green. So the fabric I've chosen is green, and it's got green in here too. I had to start this twice because I originally started it on just some white. I think it was 16 or 18 count Aida, and I cut the piece of fabric too small, and I didn't really like that fabric anyway. I've got a whole bunch of Aida and linen and stuff I don't think I'm ever going to use, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. I think I'm addicted to hand dyes, and that's not good because it's expensive. So I've started in the middle, and this is the elephant's ear in the middle, the mum elephant. So it's just part of that. It's a big checkered design. This fabric is a 32 count even weave. I think it's called Cloud Green. I think so. And it's from Sew It All, the Australian website. That's it there. So it's not actually very big. The piece I've cut isn't big at all. It's 90 by 122 stitches. So it should be quick to stitch. This is my other priority piece. So once Always and Forever is done, this will be my focus. And I'll talk about that again later. Okie dokie. This is going to be whip number 6. And this is a piece by Clouds Factory, which I think I've shown a fair bit. It's called Walking in London, and that's what it's going to look like. A whole bunch of famous buildings from London. It's being stitched on a even weave that I got from Sew It All, which is actually linen, and it's just in like a sky blue. I don't think it really has a name. This is where I'm up to. I need to finish this part here, and that's the first page done. I've done half of the second page, and then there's the other half, and then another page. This does not take long to stitch. I need to get back to it. It's annoying, like there's big blocks of colour that can be frustrating, but it still looks really cool. So that's a piece that should definitely get done next year for Year of Whips. The next one is a piece I started this year in Mania. There'll be a couple throughout here that I have started during Mania this year that haven't received much attention. This is by a designer called Peacock and Fig, Dana. And this is called Poppies in the Wind. This piece raised money for veterans. She is a veteran herself, and so is my father and a lot of people in my family. So I am stitching this and I'm donating it to the Return Services League in my hometown. This is being stitched on just a piece of antique white even weave. Very simple. I have to remember which way this goes. I think it's like this. Yep. that's how much I've got done, and this will be very annoying just because there's lots of little bits of the poppy that are around, and because it's red it's going to be hard not to. The postman's coming, the dogs are going to bark. No barking. There's going to be lots of bits of red and I'm trying to make it not kind of see through there. So that's poppies in the wind. The next piece is another stitch over. It's my third one that I have. I started this on a whim just before I had my surgery earlier this year, and I think it's just called burgers. No, it's called fast food. I don't think this one has a cover page, but I can kind of show you what I've done. It's on a piece of really stiff Aida, and this is how big the first page is. It's going to have delicious burgers, a burger, like a couple of other signs. This is something for our kitchen because Matt and I are burger fiends. We love burgers. So I'll stitch it for that. This, I don't know if it will get done. It's not a priority, but it is something that is a quick stitch. So there's no reason why I can't kind of work on it for a day and get a lot done. There's that one. The next one is a very famous one for me. Not famous. It's just a well-known one that I'm doing. And I'm going to kind of quickly talk my plans for this one as well. It's the Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Sale. This is being stitched on 32 count Forbidden Fruit, Joe Bullen by Colour Cascade Fabrics. I showed it to you yesterday, but I have done stuff since then, so this is what it looks like so far. And yesterday I finished the unicorns. That's a spoiler for my January update video. The plan is to put this away for a little while. It is a focus to finish though for next year. It does come up a bit in some sales that I'm participating in, so it will get time there, and it will also get time just as a whip. So I'm not going to be doing it as part of my sale week. That makes sense. I've got 2 sales to kind of focus on for that. But I do want to get it finished this year, if not very early next year, as in 2018 and 19. I'm just calling this year 2018 now. The second last one is another newish start. I showed it again yesterday in my update video. It was a present from Matt for our anniversary, and it's called Turtle Duck Family. I'm going to put a picture up here if I remember of the artwork that I think they've used for this piece. This is being stitched on that Sweet Child of Mine fabric I'm doing Always and Forever on, and it's a 32 count Lugana from Colour Cascade Fabrics. Here's where I'm at so far. Again, not a huge priority piece, but it is one that stitches up quickly that should be able to get at least a lot done on, not necessarily finished. And my final whip, because remember I'm doing those 6 pages for you Epic Pokemon to count as whips, is my Mirabilia. My only Mirabilia I have, and it's Renaissance Mermaid. It's one of the newer mermaids. I started this with Adele from Adele Cat Stitches, and I've barely done anything on it because she hasn't called to me at all. So I have the Mirabilia retreat in only a few weeks' time. Really, I think it's about 6 weeks away. In New South Wales, so I'm flying there with someone and staying with where the place is and stuff. It's for a weekend, so that'll be cool. So this is where I'm taking this with me because it's a Mirabilia retreat. You're stitching a Mirabilia stuff. This is a 32 count Joblin by Colour Cascade Fabrics called Oasis. Let me just get her the right way around, and you'll notice that I haven't done much, which is fine. I will get there. That's what she looks like at the moment. So I worked my way up from the middle to her hair at the top of the page, and I'm kind of working across like that. I'd like to kind of reacquaint myself with this before the retreat so that I don't get there and I'm trying to work out where the heck I'm supposed to be stitching. So maybe a couple days before the retreat I might pull this out for an hour or so a day and kind of go, oh, where was I up to? Apparently not much stitching gets done at retreats like this, so I'm not expecting to get this finished in 2 days, obviously. but I would like a fair bit done on it over the course of the year because she again pops up in some sales. So that's the final, oops, I forgot to put something away. That's the final whip for Year of Whips. I think I've got a good chance of getting 8 done, including those full coverage pages. I think it's achievable. Considering this year I got a fair few finishes, I should be able to do it next year. Again, there's some pieces there that have only recently been started that I'm not expecting to finish. I just want to get some work done on them, and having them as a Year of Whips focus means that I have to. Sorry, I'm just refixing myself. So now that that's done, I'm going to talk to you about my structure. I was given this diary by one of my students for Christmas. I'm not a huge diary user, but I have listed a few things in here for Year of Whips that will help. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but it is here if I need it, and it's just really sparkly. I also have printed out calendars for each month so I can kind of see what I should be working on. So I'm going to talk to you about that now. Each month except for January, the first week of each month is sales week. So that's when I'm going to work on the class schedule sale and the, I always forget the name of it, Legendary Creatures sale. I'm going to work on those. I don't know if that's going to be enough time to finish those 2 blocks because I don't know how big they are. I don't know if the class schedule one's going to be full coverage or if the other one's going to be full, like I don't know. So I'll reassess after the first couple of months and kind of work out if I need to give myself a week and a half, and then I can schedule that in. Epic Pokemon gets 2 weeks a month, except for the months where I'm doing some sales from Stitch Mania. Sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. The aim is to get 1,200 stitches a month because that's part of the by the numbers sale in the Full Coverage Fanatics group. However, that is not half a page of a full coverage page for Epic Pokemon, and I want to get one done every 2 months, so I'm going to have to do more, and I should be able to do more giving it 2 weeks. It's not 2 weeks together either, so I shouldn't get too burnt out. It's a week, then I have a break, then I do another week, so it'll include weekends. Most of the time if I'm on school holidays, Epic Pokemon is in there because it is 2 weeks, so that should be enough. I should get some pages done anyway. Next, I have a focus whip for my Year of Whips for a week. Obviously I've got those 2 that are gifts, that are my first 2 focuses. And then I'll kind of go on either what I feel like doing or what I think I can finish to get those finishes up. I have a list in here of kind of the order of priority, I guess. So Always and Forever and the Baby Sampler are my top ones. After that, I'm pretty sure that I could get Walking in London finished quite quickly. Poppies in the Wind also needs to have some time because it is going to be a gift. So I would love to have that done for Remembrance Day next year, which will be 100 years since the First World War ended. That would be really cool. So I need to give that some time as well. Then after that, it's kind of whatever I feel like, because Burgers, Fantasy Sale, Turtle Duck Family and Renaissance Mermaid are not like, I'm going to finish these if I work on it for a week. Like, it's not a really quick thing that I'm going to be doing. Sorry, messages about today. So I can kind of just pick and choose there what I feel like. But the first 3, as in, sorry, Walking in London and Poppies in the Wind will get some attention until they're finished, I think. Like I said, my priorities are Always and Forever and the Baby Sampler. There are some exceptions to my structure. For example, in February, I'm going to have a sale week, and then I've got the Mirabilia retreat. So for those 3 to 4 days will be Renaissance Mermaid instead of what would be Epic Pokemon. After that, the Mirabilia retreat actually runs into the Winter Olympics sale on Stitch Mania, but I'm doing the retreat, and then I'm doing, oh, my battery's going to die soon. I may need to move. If this shuts off, I will move and record with it charging. So Winter Olympics, yeah, I'm just doing as much as I can of that. And that means that every day I'm swapping out to something else. I've tried to do as many 2 in a row days as I can, and I've tried to just keep it to Year of Whips, but there will be some other whips that come and go that fit the themes. The other ones, Mania, I've talked about. The World Cup Challenge is a day-by-day one as well. And again, I've tried to fit in as much Year of Whips as I can in there. And the last day-by-day one is the midterm election sale. That was a bit difficult, but I've put in some Hades and things like that to give them a chance to shine as well. So I think that's it for my Year of Whips 2018 plans video. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get this structure going. The past couple of months have been do whatever you want, and I like it, but I also freak out a little bit about it. I like to know what I'm doing. So this will be exciting. Like I said in my last video, I do need to remember to be calm and relaxed when I stitch rather than trying to get heaps of stuff done. So I need to remember that as well. It's a hard thing to balance. So I'm going to leave it there before my camera dies. And thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to do Year of Whips with all the people that are doing that and to do the sales with all the people that are doing that. Hi, so the battery did die. I'm just filming this very quickly as a vlog form while it's on charge. I'm excited to do sales with everyone. I'm excited to do Year of Whips with everybody. And yes, I will see you next week. I have a video that I kind of alluded to a little bit in my update video. It'll just be a quick video. We'll see. I hope you have a good New Year's, and I'm excited to watch everyone's plans videos. They're my favorite. I love them so much. And I will see you next week and throughout January. Bye everybody.